Now to continuing coverage out of Mexico. Burned vehicles, military patrols, and guarded infrastructure could be seen across parts of Jalisco today.
Yeah, it all comes after a wave of cartel violence. Drone video from Ixtapa showed a charred passenger bus blocking a bridge as armored military vehicles secured the area. Soldiers patrolled roads and some were stationed behind mounted weapons. Security was also tightened at a local prison. Police trucks guarded the damaged entrance after inmates reportedly escaped during the violence.
Meanwhile, in Puerto Vallarta, activity appeared to be calming, but families and tourists are still on edge. Tonight, local families are speaking out about their fears for loved ones in Mexico as tensions in the country continue. A former undercover FBI agent offers insight into what may be happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, he says it could actually take weeks for things to settle down, and the focus now should be on staying safe. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias has the story.
The life at nighttime, it's totally changed.
Patricia Burnside says families in Mexico are living on high alert following the killing of Mexican drug lord El Mencho. Her family lives in Sinaloa, but she works at La Dulceria Socami in Sacramento, where many others are keeping in touch with family members as the violence unfolds in Puerto Vallarta. She says businesses are closing early and people are only gathering earlier in the day.
The people, they're still in alert because they know that it could change at any moment.
Families here in Sacramento say they're worried about their families in Mexico. Despite some of them being hours away from Puerto Vallarta, they say that's because many of the states and cities still have connections to the cartels one way or another. Former FBI undercover operative Eric O'Neill says the massive unrest follows a Mexican operation that was informed at least by American intelligence. This treats cartels in Mexico as terrorist groups, which he says means the FBI is very interested in helping Mexican authorities to root out the top-tier cartels.
With that vacuum of power, it causes immediate unrest both in the cartel that El Mencho ran, the Jalisco New Generation cartel, and with other cartels who want to move in on that line of money and power. And so when a leader falls in many of these sort of organizations around the world, then everybody moves in to take over.
O'Neill says now is not the time to take to the streets if you are in Mexico where you see activity. And if it were him, he would not be traveling to areas of great concern.
Westerners can be targets of opportunity for kidnappings, for ransom, or in this case, there is great anger by the cartels against not only the Mexican military, but the United States for what happened. And so there could be reprisal attacks against American citizens.
Burnside says families just want to be able to live freely.
People have to keep going to school, people have to keep working, so they just have to adjust.
In Sacramento, Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.